Good morning, welcome back to my channel, welcome to this week's Calorie Crush. First up, sorry if I sound congested, tree pollen I think, because there's one kind of pollen that affects me and one that doesn't. I've woken up this morning, my eyes are stinging, my nose is blocked, my throat is dry. Also slept with the window open, which may have helped contribute to all of those things. Secondly, apologies if I look knackered. There's a reason for that. I am knackered. I am not sleeping properly. It is the heat, I think. I've had 3 or 4 nights now where I've had a rubbish night's sleep. And you still have to get up and go to work, don't you? At the end of the day, you still have to get up and go to work. Somebody said to me, I was having a talk with one of my mum's friends about the amount I'm working. Oh, you're working too hard, you're working too hard. And she said, oh, consider the lilies of the field. And I said, I know that's a biblical quotation, but I'm not sure what it is. The full quotation is, bear with, let me just check. It was Jesus who said it, apparently, and he said, consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And he was talking about not wanting worldly goods. With the best will in the world, Jesus did not have Scottish power every single month wanting 2 arms, a leg and half a bumhole to keep the lights on, did he? So I don't wish to disparage people of faith in any way, but I do feel that perhaps telling people they should toil not, neither should they spin in 2022, when if one does not toil or spin, one ends up homeless, is perhaps not the most valid advice. I don't quite know what that's got to do with my calorie crush, but it just reminded me of that when I was saying how knackered I was. Anyway, I am knackered. I am froggy in the throat. I am stuffy of nose and prickly of eye, so I am probably a hecking delight. Furthermore, there is no food diary again. Having said last week that I would do a food diary, I started recording it. Oh dear. I started recording it and then I stopped halfway through the week. And again, at this time, nothing to do with you guys, nothing to blame you guys about. I think it's been so hot. I've been so hot and so out of sorts and generally feeling bleh. That I just didn't. I also haven't really paid much attention to my calorie deficit. I said that I was going to have a week of 1900. I set my NutriCheck to 1900. I stuck under 1900, I think 3 days out of 7. So let me just have a quick look. Monday, 1870. Tuesday, 1791. Good so far. Wednesday, 2027. Thursday, 2964. 2964. I went a little bit off the rails Thursday. Friday 1849, Saturday 2232, that was because I went out for a meal in the evening and again went a little bit off the rails there. Sunday 1788, so I stayed under, what's that, 4 days out of 7. 4 days out of 7 is not enough. If you then go so over on the other days that you completely cancel out any deficit you may have managed. Additionally, I'm going to show you the scales results now, but before I do that, additionally, my legs are like, you know those balloon animals you make? You just blow up a long balloon and you tie up. That's what my legs look like at the moment. I'm retaining so much water, I'm surprised they haven't reported a national drought and told everybody to stop using the hose pipes. If you need any water, I've got it all, but I can't let you have it because I can't get it out of my legs. So I know that what I saw on the scales this morning was some lack of calorie deficit and some water weight. Come and have a look. Last week I weighed 274 pounds. Scales time. $277.8, I round that up to 280. I don't. 277.8, I round that up to 278. That's £5 on. That's £5 on, and although I have completely and utterly foobarred my calorie deficit this week, I haven't foobarred it to the tune of £5 on. However, what the scales say is what the scales say. So we need to take 5 of these off. You can possibly still see the white blobs on there. I've got blue tack on mine. I would like to hasten to add that if you buy one of these boards, I got them from a lovely lady on Etsy, and the link is always in the descriptions box. It's not a kickback link. I don't make anything, but I do think they're lovely. If you buy one, you don't need to put blue tack. The little we never did decide what to call these, but the little counter things, they will stay on the board perfectly well if you hang it on your wall and leave it there. The reason I put blue tack on mine is because I move mine, because this is also my photo area for eBay. So I move it, and every time I moved it, I was dropping half of them down the back of the desk. But you don't have to have blue tack on yours if you're thinking, well, what's the point of that if you have to use blue tack? You don't have to. This means that my total weight loss now is 7 stone, 4 pounds. Which is still great, and you'll all still say that's still great. But it is very disheartening to be just hanging around this half a stone all the time. And it's very disheartening to not have the willpower that you want to have. I've had a week off work in between jobs. I left one job, I started another job, and I had a week off work in between. And I think I went very much into holiday mode in my head. I saw a lot of friends, I went out for a lot of meals. My meal choices themselves are not always a problem. I'm quite able to choose from a menu and choose something that is relatively low in calories. I no longer go, I'm going to have the burger, I'm going to have this. I quite often just say, I'll swap the chips for a jacket, I'll swap this for that. My meal choices themselves are not an issue when I'm out, but saying no to a pudding has become very much an issue. I have begun to say yes to puddings in a big way. And I had stopped, when I first went on this weight loss plan, when I first started calorie counting, I said no very easily to lots of things. No, I don't want a McDonald's. No, I don't want a pudding. No, I'm full, thank you. No, I don't want a biscuit. No, I'm all right, thank you. Because I had that fire, that determination to do well at this. And as we've said before in previous weeks, the problem is that I have done pretty well at this. And in my brain, it's like, well, you've done it now. Well, I haven't done it because there's still a heck of a lot of me. You can't see that, but you can probably hear it and see some of it wiggling away. There's still a heck of a lot of me to go away, and it isn't going anywhere. Like I said, I've got to accept that the hot weather doesn't help. I know that. But I've also got to accept that some of the £5 that I've just had to take off of there, because I put them back on here, are definitely due to not eating in a calorie deficit this week. Hopefully, I will now be out of holiday mode because I've started my new job. So I'll be out of holiday mode. I'll be back into this is your normal life mode. Excuse me, there's probably been a lot of jump cuts in this video, and it's where I'm coughing. I'm very, very throaty this morning, so I'm coughing and trying to edit the coughs out so you guys don't have to see them. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disheartened. I am disheartened, but onwards and downwards, there's very little point getting mopey about it. I know that this is, like I said, some water weight and some fat. Definitely some fat. I have not eaten in a calorie deficit. There's some fat there. I don't know how much. We'll see. I haven't eaten badly enough to warrant a £5 gain. I just haven't. So we'll see what happens next week. And I don't know if the heat wave continues. I guess the water retention will continue. Although surely at some point I'll either burst or deflate and it'll all flood out of me. There was an episode of Doctor Who. Some of you will be Doctor Who fans, and you'll remember an episode in the David Tennant era, I think. Or it might have been Matt Smith. No, it's David Tennant. It was David Tennant era. I think it was called The Waters of Mars, and it was a 2-parter, if I remember rightly. And there was some kind of alien infection in the waters, and it made it flood out of them. And that's what I'll be like when my water retention finally gives way. I'll be like that. Thank you for joining me this morning. Sorry about the throatiness, the sticky eyes, the general malaise. Sorry about the negativity of what I've shown you today. It is what it is. Life is bloody hard work sometimes, isn't it? I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye for now.